Hey guys, thank you very much for tuning into another video of my life, and in this video I'm just going to do a quick unwrapping of a Vaseline mini pocket-sized tub. I just think it's a really interesting product rather than anything else, and it's a product that you don't really get in the UK, so you have to buy it off eBay. There will be a link in the description for you to use if you want to purchase this item. I'll also talk a little bit about the pros and cons, the differences between the sort of Vaseline that it comes with versus the sort of Vaseline we get here in the UK as well. Okay, so I'm just going to show it to you now. So here it is. This is the mini Vaseline tub. So you can see it's quite small and this is pocket size. And this is my favorite sort of form factor, which you don't get in the UK. So I have to buy it online. The only other people I've seen have one of these, and there's only one other person that I met, was a British woman who'd visited India for holiday, and then she'd also got her hands on one of these. But this is the front of the box. Costs between £4 to £5 at the point of publishing the video. And this is the back as well. So you can see it's Vaseline Original Pure Skin Jelly and so on and so on. And you can see here that it has some Netherlands sort of addresses and things like that here. And you can see that it's manufactured in India. Okay, so you can see it says Tamil Nadu here. It's Hindustan Unilever, which is an Indian company or Indian branch of the Unilever massive corporation. And you can see it's been distributed by a company in Netherlands. So it's quite an interesting kind of thing. In India, you just get these individual tubs, little tubs in the shops which you can purchase. So let's get this unwrapped first. Okay, looks like there's a bit of a cutout here at the back, so we'll use that. Okay, that's probably a smarter thing to do, so I can just pop one out and then leave the others so it's for safekeeping later. Okay, so that's out. All right, let's do a close-up of the little mini tubs. So you can see the batch number or manufacturing number. It's ages ago. Looks like it was manufactured in June 2016. I mean, are these even manufactured anymore? I'm not even sure, but it looks like mint condition, brand new. And as people know, people have Vaseline tubs for some people, it hardly gets used, and it's like 10 years ago. My Vaseline tubs get used quite often. There's the back. I'm going to take a quick look as well, close in my hand. Yeah, it looks absolutely fine. So there we are. And I'm just going to open this tub up as well. And you can see the tub in there. And again, I'm just going to have a quick look at it myself. Okay, great. Now you might think, why am I doing a unboxing, if you like, of a Vaseline tub? My hope is that if if this becomes more popular, if I increase awareness of this sort of product, maybe I can just go down to my local supermarket in the UK and just buy it, because I think it's very handy. This is much smaller than the little lip balm tins that you get and everything else like that, and I don't want something long like a chapstick or anything like that in my pocket. So this is just perfect. It just fits in. It's smaller, much smaller than a pair of headphones, Bluetooth headphones. I'll just show you that now as a comparison. Okay, so here is the Bluetooth sort of a headphone kind of thing, and here's the size comparison. So you can see it's much smaller in many ways, and it really is pocketable. It's also easy access because you can just kind of go in there and seat it back up. It's really useful. I mean, imagine how useful I find this, then I have to buy it online. And this is the standard size tub, just so you can compare the two things side by side. Okay, this is a standard 100 ml tub. And on the right hand side, I'm not sure how many ml this even is. Okay, so there's 8.2 ml, 7 grams. Okay, so it's 8% compared to this 100 ml. Now, the couple of other things to keep in mind is this is Indian Vaseline. Okay, so what's the difference between the Indian Vaseline and the sort of petroleum jellies that we get in the UK, whether it's from the Vaseline brands or otherwise? So in the UK, and it might be hard to see, but this is the sort of Vaseline that we get here. It's very, very handy. It's a much more gelatinous, okay? It's much more gelatinous. And if you give it a smell, it definitely has like a petroleum jelly kind of a smell. Definitely 100% petroleum, oily kind of smell. And you definitely get that. And there was a long period of time where I wouldn't do this, as I would use this, sorry, I would actually only use the Indian Vaseline. Now, why would I do that? The reason is, first of all, it looked prettier because you can see it's like white. It doesn't look, it's not oily or anything like that, or oily sort of color. It's just pure white color. And when you run your finger in it like this and you smell it, it has almost no smell at all. Okay, I think it's like purified to an extent, because I think people in India would look at this Vaseline and think it's lower quality, just as an assumption. Okay, so in India they have to probably, to keep the customer happy, purify even more, and then you get something like this. That's pure guess, by the way. But the key thing is that if you give this a smell, there is literally no smell. Okay, there's no smell. Whereas if you smell this, there's a petroleum jelly, clear petroleum kind of smell in there. So, okay, so I was fussy. I'd only used the Indian Vaseline for a while. And then what did I do? So after a while, I had to, because I ran out of this Vaseline, I had to use the UK one. Hence, you can see that this is kind of run out pretty much. The UK one is better. Okay, and that's what I found. So I was fussy just by the looks and the smell that this is better. But what I noticed is that I had to apply this a lot more frequently. So this kind of wears out, if you like, or goes away very frequently. And it's very thin, as you can see. It doesn't do that jelly thing, okay, compared to the UK Vaseline. This doesn't do the jelly. It's very, to use an English phrase, it's very short. Okay, it's not very stretchy. It's very short. It's very smooth, surface-like. It's like a thin layer of oil almost. Whereas this is like a jelly. It's literally like a gel-like substance. So what I found was that this, in the UK anyway, is a lot more sort of protective on my lips than this. Okay, and it is actually the thickness of it which probably contributes to that. Whereas this is so thin, I have to keep applying over and over. But nonetheless, you have a smaller form factor, which is very useful to me. So I bought this. And so my hope is that in the UK, I can get little Vaseline tubs like this, maybe with the UK Vaseline in there, but just go to my local supermarket. I can buy as many of these as I want to. And that way I don't have to buy them online. But for people out there, especially guys, I think maybe for women as well, but definitely guys, I think this form factor is a lot more useful to me than a chapstick or anything else like that. And I need to use, I need to keep my lips kind of moist quite often, actually. I'm prone to them cracking and things from time to time and drying out. So I know it's a slightly unusual video, but I thought it's something interesting. I thought it's something a lot of people in the UK may not be aware of, but people in India would be very aware of this. And maybe if I increase awareness of something like that, I can get this in the UK too, in my local supermarkets and stuff. But hope you found that useful and enjoyable. A little bit of interest there. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.